All right, note to self, I have a brown water drip from up there. I'm gonna change the seals because that's gross. Yep. All right, guys, what's up? Supra update here. We've got the 95 back in the shop, and this came back from Moe's over at Petrol Works in Long Island. He got it running finally. I've thrown a couple of $1,000s at this car to get it running. The goal with this car, as I said, was going to be to get all the parts together and then build it in 3 days. We are doing pretty good on that, but the first thing I had to do once I got it back was I had to drive it just to see how. I've never driven like a stock automatic turbo Supra before, and I wanted to see how it was. And that's how that went. All right, we got the Supra back. Just admiring these tires. Look how much tread is left on them. Maybe I'll put these tires up for sale. I'm just kidding, these crinkly old things. I don't think this one in the back is holding air. Eric says it's weed. I just think it's hot garbage. All right. I think it took air. I mean, I would drive on it flat, honestly. 30. All right. I mean, you can even see the tire separating when you do.
I like that little tread.
Look at this. These are some nice tires. When I put the turbo setup on, I'm gonna put these bad boys back on. Hey guys, it's the maiden voyage in the Supra. I don't know if that tree's got any life left in it, but got 2 miles on it so far driving through Englewood. I don't know if I'm feeling like taking this thing on the highway, but we'll see. It's a little bit loose in the loose department. It's about 10 miles home and 10 miles back, so wish me luck. I've got the heat working, which is nice. And I should be at 141,290 miles at my house, if all goes according to plan. All right, we got a alignment issue, a real solid vibration too. The tires are hot garbage on this thing, but this is like just get her running. This is exactly what I would have been driving back from DC had we got it working. Now you'll notice the gas gauge is not working. That's because when we swapped the fuel pumps, that sender was all rotted out. And since we're going to be doing a new fuel system in it, I decided not to play with that at the time. Just wanted to get it working. And this is as fast as I've been in it so far. It's almost 50 miles an hour. And not great. Now this is representative of a stock Supra, I think. It's just not, I don't know. I can't tell if it's just slow or broken or what, but it seems to be driving smooth with no misfires. Thanks to Petrol Works. So the car did make it. Road test, roadworthy. Is it a pleasant drive? No, but it did work. My lights aren't on yet. My kid's about to get very excited. I drove a Supra home. All right, stay tuned for more. All right, the wipers leave a little bit to be desired here, but it's what happens when you make the mistake of taking it home and realizing that you're relying on it to get around. You can see much better through the camera, actually. I might just have to drive like this. What is thumping? Do I have a flat tire? I totally have a flat tire. All right, well, dealing with this. All right, note to self, I have a brown water drip from up there. I'm gonna change the seals because that's gross. Yep. All right, so it's flat, but not zero. I don't know, maybe it's just riding on sidewall. Who knows? Merry Christmas. I refuse to change this tire. I will simply keep putting air in it every time I need to use it until we build the car in a week. But zero chance this thing is gonna be, and there's no screw in it, it's just a shit old tire. Zero chance I'm gonna be replacing it though. So it got home, which was impressive, but it was very underwhelming. And I don't know, I think the biggest concern I still have is these tires. I didn't want to go do any highway pulls or anything and do any significant speeds because there's a wheel shake, probably because of the tires, but an alignment and a wheel issue, which I don't want to get too aggressive with this thing. So if I do put my other HREs on, and I'll take it for a rip stock and see if it blows up or anything like that, we'll see how it goes. But even now, I would say this tire from sitting here for a few days is flat, which it is. And that's going to be a problem, but that will be taken care of. Now, after we got the tire thing addressed, we realized we had another major issue, which is this. I would almost say I shouldn't keep this outside because the seals don't appear to be good. As you see back here, the water, well, yeah, that's on the inside. So all this condensation on the inside of the car for both the windshield and it's just, yeah. So that'll be fun. And I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna ruin it. And then I realized this thing's been parked outside for 10 years like this, so can't make it any worse. Just gotta wear a mask, I guess. Still looks so sexy. Do you know how many people drive by and be like, oh, cool Supra? And they just don't realize yet it's not cool. Next week it'll be cool, but this week, it's just, it boggles my mind, and I don't joke, that this car was $45,000, and in this condition I could sell it for $50,000. With 141,000 miles, I can sell this thing for more than it costs new in this condition with all the work that's needed. Wild. That sucks, and it's not really the biggest deal because we are going to be replacing this entire interior here. And it's funny, I started just stocking up parts. I've got most of the stuff in. Mo has a bunch. I've got the stuff over here, including my turbo kit, which just came. And of course, like the intro to Ace Ventura, I don't know who was delivering this box, but they delivered it to the wrong place and it came looking like this. Special delivery, just happened to land. Not here, but next door. This is my Black Lotus turbo kit, which came in a box that essentially exploded in transit, and it ended up at the wrong place. But let's take it apart, see what's missing, and see if I'm going to be delaying this process at all. Knifel tower. Yeah, it's called the Knifel tower because it's a knife. Let's finish this off. So, as I said, I am going to be building a twin turbo, a large twin turbo setup on my Supra. So they sent me a picture of what the box was supposed to come with. I've got these two. I've got my manifolds. I can't believe people make entire YouTube videos, like entire channels based off of unboxing things. Get some lines. Sweet. You know what? Feeling pretty good about this. We've got 2 pieces. Oh, we'll just blow that out with some boost, huh? Now, this is not the cheapest way of building a Supra, but it is the right way to build it. All right, we got 1, 2, we got the V-band clamps. We got these 2, we got the collector. We got all the custom pieces, which is important. Probably wastegates. And oh, there you go, that's important. Gaskets. All right, so hopefully it didn't come pretty, but hopefully it all did come. Here is what the kit's ultimately gonna look like. We've got the 2 Garrett. This is from Full Race. Just give everyone their plugs here. FullRace.com, check them out. They sent the 2 Garrett G25 660s. I think this is everything I've been waiting on for the mechanicals. I got the transmission swap, I've got the clutch, I've got the fuel system, and we can essentially schedule a couple of days. I think we've got all the parts there. You'll see some of the other parts I have here. I'm gonna replace legitimately everything that needs replacing. I'm gonna get rid of these seats. Some people just said re-leather them. I don't really like that. Like these pieces here, it's amazing when you look at these pieces, right? Like, cause I've got some over here. This piece, on the difference between like a 98 and a 95 is significant. 97, 98 have their own pieces. I don't even know which is which. This is the new one for the 95. This one with the trim piece is from my 98. This piece here, I had to get this because I'm switching from an automatic to a manual. This piece here is from my 98. Now, this piece sells for $2,000 plus. And I'm like, oh, why is that? It's because it's painted gray instead of black. So that's a 97, 98 thing, that they were gray instead of black. They command a huge premium because I bought that same piece for like $200 in the black that's gonna go in this car. So mind-boggling to the point where I could probably part out my 98 and make $300,000 or $400,000, which is absurd because people are paying tons for these parts. But you'll see I also got the brakes back. These came from Chameleon Coatings down in Orlando. Now, these things look sick. I'm very happy with how these came out. They did a complete rebuild, and the front and rear brakes are gonna be awesome. Another problem I experienced is the wheels. The wheels are gonna be an issue. I may have to buy a complete other set of HRE wheels because just those front two wheels don't clear. I'm in touch with HRE to see if I can re-barrel my wheels, and if I can, I may be able to get away with it. So we'll see. That's a work in progress. I'm gonna switch the interior over to black. Here is the new carpet I have for the interior. I may put my factory hood and bumper back on my 98 and then use those on this car instead of getting new pieces. We'll see how that goes, because both cars are gonna be in the same shop at the same time. Here are the Sparkos I got, Vivid Racing. I got these taken care of. I'm gonna put the Sparko racing seats in. They're reclinable, so you have no problem getting in and out of the back. You saw that I have, obviously, the turbo kit and everything over here. So we've got all these parts coming together. I'll have them all lined up on a table before we get going, and we will literally get this thing done. I wanna get everything done though, so like let me pop the hood and I'll just show you anything else that may be jumping out. Obviously, the engine is going to be plug and play, the radiator, all this stuff comes out. The engine bay is getting painted. I decided I'm going to leave it black, but anything that has like, I want to say like spot rust or weather marks on it is going to get replaced. Luckily, most of the stuff under here looks pretty good, like the brake fluid reservoir there. But most of the tiddly bits are looking good. But I want this thing to be a proper show car on the inside. I'll turn it into more of a show car on the outside, but sort of no expense spared. So you're going to ask how much it costs to build a Supra properly. And I'm talking about like stripping it, new dash, new wheel, new seats. I got to get new seals on all this stuff so I don't have to deal with the water issue, because that's got to go away. All of this is probably going to run around 60,000 in parts. So 60 grand in parts plus the car, but I'm going to be into this thing for about 100, and it'll be worth 100. So it's very rare that you can take a car and build it up and get all of your money back, and luckily you can with this. The fact, as I said, that this car in this condition would sell for $50,000 when it was 45 new is absurd to me, but it's going to be a fun journey to get this thing up and running, including some new wiper blades. Look at that, a double wiper blade. I didn't even know that was a thing. Look, this is 1, 2 blades here, huh? You learn something new every day. I don't even know if my other car has a wiper blade. But the only thing I'm unsure about, I don't know if I'm gonna go with the TRD wing or not, but I'm excited to get this thing pretty much ripping and roaring. I'm gonna take my car, assuming it's all done, everything works properly. I'm gonna be bringing it to Vegas for the first week of February, and I'm going to be racing it out there against, of all people, Rat, who has the RS3. So that should be pretty cool. He was on my sorted show I had the 1,000 horsepower RS3. I enjoyed driving that car, and I'm curious to see how this thing is going to stack up against it, and we shall see. So stay tuned. There is your Supra update. It's driving, but not great. The wheels and tires, everything is a hot mess, but we'll get it sorted out. We'll get it looking pretty, and this is going to be, I think we're doing the second week of January is when we're going to start the build. It's like January 9th or 10th. And we'll have it done by the 15th. So stay tuned. You can watch the videos, tag along, watch along, and have a good time watching me blow a lot of money. But I get to go fast doing it.